How is it going, everybody? Thanks a lot for joining me for another beer review, another couple beer reviews, as I'll be reviewing two beers today from Toboggan Brewing Company out in London, Ontario, Canada. I got these beers in the mail today from my Craft Tap subscription, a monthly subscription. Every month you get a different brewery in the mail. It used to be Alberta beers, but now I'm always getting Ontario breweries, so I don't know what's going on with that, but hey, always happy to try out a new brewery, at least a new brewery to me. Looks like, yeah, I got a pamphlet in the box and just showed me their facility they have there. Looks awesome. They got a kitchen, big pub there, brewery. Just looks really cool. So yeah, maybe if I'm ever in London, I'll have to check them out. But yeah, a little bit far away from there today, so I'll just be reviewing these beers in cans. Yeah, today's beers are going to be a couple IPAs from Toboggan. It's going to be their Lunatic Fridge IPA and their Double Lunatic Fridge Double IPA. Gotta say right away, is really digging the artwork on those. Pretty cool stuff. Alright, gonna start out with the Toboggan IPA, or Lunatic Fridge Toboggan IPA. 6.2% alcohol by volume. I believe it's West Coast style IPA, so pretty cool stuff. And yeah, 62.2% water, malted barley, yeast, hops. So let's get it cracked, poured, see how it is. Alrighty. Put that there for now. Arrange it so it looks pretty for the camera. Alright. Pours a classic West Coast kind of slightly hazy, bright orange color. Looks a lot darker on camera than it is in person. But yeah, I think it's just the lighting in here. Yeah, bit of particles floating about in there. Bit of carbonation on the body. A figure of a bright white head. Say a really nice looking West Coast IPA. So let's get an aroma off this guy. Alright. Yeah, it's got that resinous, almost woody kind of aroma you get off of those West Coast IPAs. Nice maltiness in the background, a bit of sweetness, a bit of almost like a peach kind of thing. It actually smells very similar to a homebrewed IPA I brewed like a year back. Smells almost exactly like that. It's got a nice sweetness to it, a little bit grapefruity. There's a bit of citrus in there, maybe a bit of yuzu, something like that. Yuzu? Yeah, something like that. But yeah, smells good. Let's try it out. Cheers. Yeah, and it tastes almost identical to the said homebrew that I had a while back. A little bit more bitter, but that's because I just dry hopped the hell out of it instead of doing bittering hops. But yeah, flavor wise, maybe a bit of like some sort of papaya melon in there. Lots of grapefruit, just straight up grapefruit peel, grapefruit zest, that kind of thing. Nice bitterness to the beer, nice and fruity. There's a nice caramel kind of like, yeah, like a slightly burnt toffee kind of thing. Not really like a sweet caramel, but more of a bitter caramel, that kind of thing from the malts. There's a little bit of a breadiness, yeah, a little bit of a dankness that I like to describe it as like a green onion kind of thing. some people say cat pee or whatever. Like, I don't know, I don't get cat piss in my IPAs personally. Um, but yeah, it's got that dankness to it. Really good stuff. Yeah, really, really good. So, gonna go on to the double Lunatic Fridge double IPA. What kind of confuses me about this one is it's a double IPA, but only 7%. I mean, that one's 6.2, this one's 7%, so barely any difference, really. Maybe they're just double hopping it. I don't know exactly, but I don't know the hops they're using in this one, the first one, but this one, I believe it said it was Cascade and Simcoe, so pretty cool stuff. Nice classic West Coast hops. Let's get her poured. Take these to the back for the time being. Alright, pours when you know it, pretty much exact same. A little bit bigger head, but I also threw that in there a little bit stronger. Gave it a little bit more thrust into the glass there. But yeah, looks pretty much the same. Maybe a little bit more clear, slightly darker. But it's a nice looking beer as well. I mean, looks like a West Coast IPA. So let's get an aroma. And smells wicked, wicked similar, but way more like tart peach in there. Yeah, I'm almost getting like, if you've ever had those fuzzy peaches, that kind of candy. That kind of like sweet peach kind of thing. But all in all, smells pretty much dead on similar, so let's try it out. Cheers, everybody. That's good. I like that. There's just way more like intense fruity flavors. Maybe a hint of like jackfruit, something like that in there. Lychee. Again, tastes pretty much exact same, similar to the first IPA, but there's just something extra, something double, you know. Yeah, it's like the fruitiness of this one was just doubled in this beer, so pretty cool stuff, really tasty. Both of them drank fairly light. Not getting any booze on either of them. Let's see this one again. Both of them have about the same bitterness level, just a little bit of bitterness sides of the tongue, a little bit of a dryness back of the tongue, but super easy drinking, super crushable, especially considering their strengths. Two really good IPAs from Toboggan Brewery or Brewing Company. Toboggan Brewing Company, there we go. But yeah, if this is how their beers are, then I bet their food is just as good. I mean, I was like trying food and like beer pairings and stuff like that. I live for that kind of shit. So that's the kind of place I would definitely want to check out if I'm ever in Ontario. Yeah, excited to try out the other beers I've got in the fridge from them. A couple stouts, a few lagers, I think like a wheat beer and amber, stuff like that going on. So pretty cool. As for ratings on these beers, I go like B plus verging on an A. So I'm gonna go like 88, 89. No, 87, 89. Yeah. So that's been Lunatic Fridge and Double Lunatic Fridge from Toboggan Brewing Company out there in London, Ontario. Let me know what y'all think of these beers if you've had them before, or any of Toboggan's other beers. Thanks for watching once again, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. Until the next time, cheers.